Tổng hợp 15 đề IELTS Speaking Part 1 quen thuộc quý tháng 4 năm 2023, phần 2.
Have you ever learned to play a musical instrument?
Yeah, I have. As a child, I learned to play the piano, and I actually played the piano for maybe 3 to 4 years. I became quite good at it, actually.
What musical instrument do you enjoy listening to the most?
Definitely the piano, because like I said, I pursued that hobby when I was a child. Aside from piano, I also like listening to guitar. Yeah, that is also very beautiful.
Do you think children should learn to play an instrument at school?
For this matter, I'd say it depends. Because, well, children, they don't have to have a specific subject related directly to playing an instrument to actually be able to learn. They can take extra courses, their parents can give them more opportunities outside. So I think that it might be good for school curriculum to incorporate a certain subject like playing instrument into the course, but I think it's not that necessary.
Do you think music education is important to children?
Yeah, because, well, I would say that music is life. So basically, when you listen to music, it's something that gives you an emotional, a huge emotional support. And it's kind of uplifting. So if children were to be able to be educated about music from a young age, I think that it would be of huge benefit to them.
Do you like to stay in a place with a lot of noise?
I think that this also is dependent on the situation, because sometimes when I'm feeling good, when I'm seeking the hustle and bustle vibes, I would definitely choose to be in places with a lot of noise. However, in other times, I just want to be alone, you know? Or maybe I'm depressed about something. I would definitely go for places with as little noise and distractions as possible.
What kind of noises are there in the area where you live?
What kind of noises? There are many sources of noise. They often come from traffic or buildings or mostly people. Yeah, people are very noisy.
Do you want to move to a quieter place?
You know, I have considered this a few years ago when I started to grow up and I realized how noisy my city is and the people around me are. However, I think that now I'm quite familiar with it, so I don't see that as a huge problem anymore. I don't need a quieter place.
Do you think there is too much noise in today's world?
I think that this is just my personal opinion, but I'm gonna say yes. Nowadays, there is too much noise. It comes from, like I said, it comes from maybe factories and people and vehicles and so on, and sometimes it drives me nuts.
Is making noise one of people's right?
Definitely. I think that every human being on Earth has the right to do anything, and making noise is just one of them.
Do people like tea and coffee nowadays?
Maybe. I'm not too certain about this. Tea and coffee, perhaps people nowadays have a tendency to drink both tea and coffee. Maybe, but I think that it's more common in Western countries. In Vietnam, I don't think there's that high of a demand for it.
Do you prefer to use tea or coffee to serve your guests?
I'm gonna say both. Maybe I would serve tea more, because some people say that they don't like coffee because it keeps them awake at night. So I'll serve tea.
When was the last time you had a cup of coffee or tea?
When I went to the cafe last week, a week ago, when I went to the cafe, I had a small cup of coffee. It was great. And you see, in Hanoi, it's winter now, so it's very, very cold, and therefore I often go to places that offer these hot cups of coffee. They're very okay.
Do you usually buy your coffee in a coffee shop?
Yeah, I do. I don't usually buy takeaways. I just go with my friends and order a small cup of coffee in any coffee shop that I find beautiful.
Do you usually carry a bag?
Nah, not really. You see, I'm already grown up. So I used to carry bags when I was a kid, when I often go to school. I often went to school. But now I am already like an employee, a university student, and bags aren't really what I often have on my back anymore.
Do you change your bags often?
No. If you're talking about like small handbags, then yes. But if like big backpacks, then not really.
What kind of bags would you use when traveling?
When traveling, I think that when I travel, I often need like huge backpacks. So like the ones that I can carry on my back. Yeah, those ones, because they are huge and they can store a lot of items. So those are the bags that I often use.
Is a bag an ideal gift?
Whether it is an ideal gift or not, I think it depends on each person. For me personally, it's okay. I mean, it's not the best thing that I would want as a gift, but I think it's okay.
Did you use a backpack when you were a child?
Of course, yes, because I think that in my school years, I had to study a lot of subjects. I had to study like around like 13 subjects, I don't remember. And every day I need to learn simultaneously like 5 subjects. They're just very like overwhelming. And I had to carry my backpack every single day I go to school.
What is your favorite day of the week?
I like Sunday the most, and I think that everyone loves Sunday because they don't have to work. And also on Sundays I can just relax at home, yeah? No stresses and strains, nothing to think about, just me on my couch.
What is your least favorite day?
Monday, of course, the following day. The nightmare, the trauma begins on Monday, always. So like the beginning of the week when I have a bunch of deadlines, a bunch of tasks to do, it's just way too much.
What is the busiest day of the week for you?
Yeah, like I said, Monday. It's normally Monday, Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday, because that is when I start my week and also when all the work is aligning itself all together after the weekend. So the workload is like the highest at the beginning of the week.
Is there anything that you do every day?
I surf the internet every day, definitely, because I often do I often have to do a lot of research at my university and also a lot of paperwork in my company. So that surfing the internet is something that I do daily.
What do you usually do on weekends?
On weekends, it depends. I mean, I do a lot of things. Sometimes I go to the movies with my sister. Other times I can actually just listen to music, and I also do a little bit of dancing because I like to dance in my free time, and often I go to like dance studios to, just live out my dream as a dancer.
Are weekdays and weekends the same for you?
No, absolutely not, because weekends are the days that I can relax. Of course, there are some times when I still have to work on those days. However, the workload is always fewer and it's always less than what I have on weekdays.
Are there wild animals in your country?
Well, yes. I mean, I think in every country there are a significant number of wild animals. Ranging from tigers, lions, to elephants, giraffes, and so on.
Have you ever been to a zoo or a safari park?
I have been to zoos before. Like when I was a kid, around maybe 5 years old. My mom and dad often took me to the zoos to, observe the animals, how they behave, and also to have a little bit of fun.
What is the animal you would like to see in the wild?
I'm gonna say none. So I don't want to see any animals in the wild because they are very dangerous. But there's one animal. It's the elephant. Yeah, elephants are very friendly, and I think that I would want to maybe touch and also feed the elephants if I were to see them in the wild.
Are there TV programs about wild animals in your country?
If you're talking about like a documentary or like a specific movie that revolves around animals and produced by a Vietnamese person, for example, I think that no. But like in Vietnam, there are often those documentaries that are produced by foreign people. Yeah, so maybe if it's Vietnam-based, maybe no. But like you're talking about the ones that we have on maybe CDs or on television, yeah, we still have those channels, such as National Geographic. Yeah, in Vietnam, there is still a lot of animal programs being broadcasted.
When was the last time you had a few days off?
You mean like up to a week or just a few days? I think that it's actually just a week ago when I didn't, like when I finished all of my lessons at all of the lectures at university. So I had a lot of free time and I had plenty of days off. So yeah, it was last week.
Do you usually spend your days off with your family or friends?
I often spend my days off with, I think, both, but mainly with my family because I'm very close to my family, and therefore I often, like, whenever I have the chance, I spend a lot of quality time with them.
What would you like to do if you had a day off tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow's, what date is it tomorrow? It's is it the weekend? If it's the weekend, then I'll definitely go to the movies with my friends. Yeah, like I said, I love movies. If it's not the weekend, yeah, tomorrow is Thursday, right? So if I had a day off, I would definitely go dancing because I love dancing, okay? I would definitely call a group of friends, yeah, to sort of like choreograph a piece of, a short piece of music, and then we would sort of dance the choreo together.
What do you usually do when you have days off?
There are times when I go running too. There are times when I do a bit of exercising, and in other times I often just relax at home, reading books or listening to music. Yeah, that is also something that I do to refresh my mind because, as you can see, these days, like I am very busy with my school and also my studies, and therefore I'm just exhausted after a long day. Yeah, so I often seek these leisure pursuits so that I can just sort of like become energetic again. Vừa rồi mình đã tổng hợp 15 đề Speaking IELTS Part 1 quý 4 năm 2023 và hy vọng video này bổ ích cho các bạn. Chúc các bạn học tập thật hiệu quả nhé!